So here's just some lighter little bit of bubblegum to chew on. Which one is truly the better movie? Star Trek The Wrath of Khan or Star Trek The Voyage Home? It's kind of the textbook answer that everybody says, oh no, Wrath of Khan was the best of the Star Trek movies. And I disagree. Wrath of Khan was a very, very good movie. One of the best. It's the one that kind of saved the idea of having a Star Trek movie franchise because there was mistakes made with the motion picture. Maybe it just wasn't done. It wasn't as pretty. It wasn't. It was a little slow. I say Voyage Home is the best of the Star Trek movies by far. And I think people are starting to kind of come around to my way of thinking on this one. The reason that The Voyage Home was really the best of them was because it's the most quotable of all of the Star Trek movies, probably one of the most quotable in all of science fiction. Hello, computer. Computer, like dialysis, what is this, the Stone Ages? Those are not the hell your whales. Great line. Everybody remember where we parked, Well, I'm from Iowa. I only work in outer space. I mean, just line after line after line was something memorable, something that just tickled you right where you like to be tickled. Double dumbass on you, and one damn minute admiral, the nuclear vessels. All of those lines, just gold, absolute gold. The whole script was something that just really resonated. Again, just so quotable, which means it was more well written. And that's why it's the best. And that isn't to say that Star Trek Wrath of Khan wasn't at all quotable, but I think the most quotable portions of it were written by Herman Melville when he wrote Moby Dick. The Enterprise was the white whale, and I mean, this is cliche to say even at this point. We all know it. It was blatant. They put it right there in front of us. That doesn't mean it wasn't a good movie, but it wasn't as good as Voyage Home. A lot of the people who are haters on the one with the whales and, it was just too hokey and they weren't really fighting anybody. You don't have to be in a fight for it to be compelling. There was still a mission at hand, and it was fun. You sure you don't want to change your mind? Why? Is there something wrong with the one I have? There's something very Three Stooges about it. And that's one where, and now we're way off topic, but I feel like the Three Stooges don't get enough credit for a sense of comic genius that they had. Because everybody thinks of the Three Stooges and they instantly go to like kind of the low bar part of the Three Stooges, the slapstick, the slapping, the finger in the eyes, all of that, Those sight gags were good for a chuckle, but I mean, the real comedy genius was the lines that were spoken, and they had some funny ones too. Oh, Admiral There Be Whales here is a meme now, for Christ's sake. As a matter of fact, I bet you which of the two movies are more memed. Voyage Home is memed more than Wrath of Khan. You don't have memorized in your head how many photon torpedo blasts there were in the fight between the Reliant and the Enterprise, but you do remember the lines that were said. That's the bulk of the writing in the script, is the dialogue. That's the most of it. I mean, the other fun thing about that movie was their little play on just how fucking primitive we are at this point in our history compared to what Gene's vision for our future would and could be. Now it gets heavy, folks. But I think that there was a lot more in that movie than people gave it credit for at the time. But I do still think it's beloved, and I think that, like I said, I think people are kind of coming around on the idea that one, that Voyage Home was the best Star Trek movie. But what do you think? What is your favorite line from any of the Star Trek movies? What was your favorite Star Trek movie? Go ahead, drop a comment below or to the side or wherever you want to drop your comment. let me know. Let's talk. Let's discuss. If you liked the video, great. If you like any of this stuff that I'm doing, go ahead and give me a like and share it with your friends maybe if you think it's worth having a conversation over. That's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to have a conversation.